All right. All right. Now my shit should be working. It should be. Yeah, it's showing that my audio is working now. All right, cool. So, damn, where the fuck was I? Okay, so I think I was at the walking part. So, anyways, I had been walking for 4 months. Throughout all kinds of fucking weather, hot, cold, raining, all kinds of shit, fucking ice outside, all that. So, did that for like 4 months. Transferred to a different store as soon as I got like a new car. So I did it for like 4 months, ended up getting a new car because I had did it from like the beginning of August all the way to the beginning of like December. That's how long I was walking to work for. So yeah, 4 miles there, 4 miles back. That's 8 miles a day, four days a week, for 4 months straight. And then on top of that, I would have to like walk to the bank like on my off days. Um, and that was like another 6 miles a day. So it'd be 3 miles there, 3 miles back. Because I didn't really live all that close to the bank. I was like 3 miles away from that, and it'd be 3 miles there, 3 miles back. But anyways, ended up getting a car at like the beginning of December of 2020. Because I crashed it like end of July of 2020. Got the car beginning of December of 2020. And as soon as I got the car, within a few days, I had transferred to a new fucking Bojangles. Because the one that I was working at, it was shitty. But on top of that, they dropped my pay rate when I transferred there. So the first Bojangles that I was working at, they had like started me off like at $9 an hour and then bumped me up eventually to like 9.50. Um, then when I transferred to the shitty one, they dropped it right back down to 9, and I was stuck there for 4 months, and they never changed it. And I even brought it up several times, and they was just like, yeah, whatever. You feel me? So transferred. I went from, so this was like beginning. It was like middle of December, right? Middle of December. That's when I ended up transferring, like actually working at the new Bojangles, right? Because I think after they had my transferring shit put in, I still had to work like a couple more days at the shitty Bojangles. Um, but yeah, so like middle of December, I got transferred to a new Bojangles, a better one. Um, so that was middle of December. By the beginning of January, they had already put me back up to like 925. And then from January to like um, middle of March came, they moved me from 925 to 1025 because they thought I was gonna leave them. They didn't want me to leave because I was like good as shit at my fucking job. I was really good at my job, and they appreciated that, and they didn't want me to leave because I guess word got out that I was gonna like leave and go somewhere else, to like work, I guess. So they tried to like, I don't know, control me with money by giving me a raise. And then like 3 days after that, they still found out that I was thinking about leaving. So then they gave me another raise so it went from 925 to 1025. And then 3 days later, it went from 1025 to $11 an hour. And then a month after that, they made me a manager. So then I was making $12 an hour. So within like 4 months, really like 3.5 months of me working there. Really, no, 4 months. So like, yeah, middle of December to middle of April. So 4 months of me working there, I went from $9 an hour to $12 an hour versus being 4 months at the shitty Bojangles. I went from 950 to just $9 an hour. And then they just kept it that way for the whole 4 months. I'm like, that's fucked up. So became a manager. I was a manager for like a few weeks, and then I still left. I still fucking left because you can't control me with money. I'm not into money like that. I'm not into money like that. I'm not a money fanatic. I don't let money control my life and my decisions and shit. I don't do that. Like, yeah, money is important, but I don't value the shit so much that I can be controlled by it and I let the shit run my life. Fuck that. Um, yeah. So I left there. Um, and came to Texas. So that's where I am now. I left that Bojangles and I drove 19 hours to get here, right? Originally, I was gonna go to California because, like I said, I wanted to go somewhere nice, but then I started thinking about, like, the cost of living out there and the cost of everything, and then, like, how hot it fucking gets out there. So I left, like, South Carolina at the end of May, and I was gonna go to California, but I was like, no, that's not the move." So on the way to California, I just stopped here in Texas, and that's where I am now. I'm in Texas. So I left North Carolina with I ended up leaving. So I dropped my job, my apartment, left my family. I just packed my shit and left to live in my car voluntarily. Did that for a month and a half, bounced back, and then switched time zones. Who the fuck does that? So did that shit. Um, Within like a week of me being here, really like a few days of me being here, I already had like another job lined up. Because I didn't have a job lined up when I first came here, but I knew what I was capable of. So I was like, when I get there, I'll figure that shit out. So I got here, figured shit out within a few days. Um, and I ended up getting a job at FedEx. And remind you, I left South Carolina. They was paying me $12 an hour. They was like, my family, I don't know, I guess, like, people heard about what I was doing, and it was like, "Why would you leave a job where you went from $9 an hour and worked your way up to 12? Why would you leave that? Why would you just drop that when you worked so hard to build that?" And I'm like, "'Cause I know I can do better. The fuck?" So that's what I did. I did better. I switched time zones, and now I'm in a state that has more shit out here and no income tax. So I'm keeping more of my money from my paychecks, right? And I got a job at FedEx. And they started me off at 14.50 an hour. So I left $12 an hour, got here, figured shit out, 14.50 an hour. Within a couple of weeks, they bumped me up to 14.75. And then I worked there for like 2 months, right? I only worked at FedEx for 2 months because that shit was killing me. I was like, fuck that. Um, and when I say it was killing me, I don't mean like, oh, this is hard. So I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, that's not what I mean. Yeah, the job, that's probably like the most difficult job I've ever worked, but that's not why I quit. I quit because of like what it was doing to my health, like my physical health. And I don't want to say like my mental health as well, but kind of it was like it was hurting my fucking soul working there. Like that shit was killing my soul from the inside out. Like I was like, no, this isn't for me. And for FedEx, this is what I did. I wasn't a driver for FedEx. I worked inside the warehouse, specifically on a conveyor belt where there was like 12 trucks on each side, and we had to like load the packages off of the conveyor belt and load them into the trucks and shit. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I was doing. So I had been working fast food for like years. I had been working in the restaurant business for years. Left that, started working in a warehouse loading trucks. Um, and they'd have me like all over the fucking warehouse too, because like my main position, I was supposed to be working on this conveyor belt. But once again, I was good at my fucking job because I know how to adapt to any situation and environment. So I got really good at my job. So they was like, "Hey yo, we need you to work in this area or this area and this area." So I was all over that fucking warehouse doing every fucking thing, right? Which wasn't a problem for me because I work hard anyways. I'm a workaholic. So um this is the shit that was killing me. Okay. So the city I live in currently in Texas is Killeen, which is like an hour north from Austin, Texas. Where I was working at FedEx is kind of part of Texas. I mean, kind of part of Austin, Texas, kind of not. It's kind of like off to the east of Austin, Texas, but it's called Pflugerville. It's kind of like a little country type area. Everything's like hella spaced out. There's not really a lot of shit out there. But that's where that warehouse was that I was working at for FedEx. And remind you, so I was driving like an hour to work every day and then an hour home, which I was already used to doing that shit because I had been doing it in South Carolina, right? So Only thing that was different about it this time was that instead of going like at sometime like later in the morning or like in the afternoon or evening, I was doing this shit at the crack of ass in the fucking morning. So I would have to wake up at 12 a.m. and be there at 1:30 a.m. And this is why, because I had to wake up. Um, I have to. I wouldn't shower before work. I'd shower when I got home from work because I didn't want to like shower, go to work, and then come home and have to shower again because I was working in a warehouse. I was sweating. So, but I mean, I would put on like deodorant and shit like that and like wash up a little bit, like, before I head out. Um, but I wouldn't eat in the morning before work. I wouldn't eat. I was too tired. I was too fucking exhausted to fix something to eat before work. Because not only was it like early as shit, but I had already been like busting my ass at FedEx, right? So I'd wake up at like 12 in the morning, just to get there at 1:30. So I'd wake up, get ready for work, um, be in my car by like 12:20 a.m., right? Which would give me like an extra 10 minutes to get to work just in case I really needed it. So get there like at 1:30, work from like 1:30 in the morning to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 later that day, like in the morning or like 12 in the afternoon. So sometimes I was working like 11 and 12 hours. Um, so that was already kind of killing me. Um, like waking up that early was like kind of fucking with my sleep just so I could drive an hour. That was like kind of fucking with me. But I was working like 5 days out of the week too. So that was also kind of taking a toll on me. But God, my fucking back hurts. But so I was doing that, and then on top of that, this is what I mean by like the work environment was kind of killing me and shit, right? So remind you, I was working inside of a warehouse on this conveyor belt, and they would do shit like assign me to like 6 or 8 trucks at the same time. Four was already fucking difficult, right? It'd be like, we need you to load 6 or 8 trucks at the same time, like consecutively, all 8 of them at the exact same time. We need you to do that on this conveyor belt, by the way. And it seems like it's kind of difficult saying it like that, but this is what made it more difficult. Okay, so each individual package, there's 8 trucks, right? Each individual package, you take the package off the conveyor belt, you scan it to the truck, you go in the truck, you put it in a specific spot in the truck, and then there's a label on that package. It has to be facing a certain way. And then when you sit the package down, it has to be angled at a certain way, each individual package. Each truck gets an average of 1 to 200 packages. They had me doing 8 trucks at the same time. So that's between 8 and 1,600 packages alone, that you have to scan to the truck, put in the truck, make sure the label's facing the right way, and angle it the right way on a conveyor belt that does not stop, and it's packed. The conveyor belt is packed. So they was doing that shit to me, and then they'd have me working all over the warehouse, right? So that was the main shit that was kind of killing me. But what really, really fucking like killed, and this is why I say it was killing me, because by the time I quit, I didn't even put in a 2 weeks notice or tell anybody that I quit. I just stopped showing up. I've never done that shit before. That's how I know it was bad. And this is why. This is why. So on top of the fucking workload that it was just piling on me, um, I didn't get any lunch breaks. You're allowed to like bring water or like Gatorade to work so you can stay hydrated while you're working. But I had so much of a workload on me that I didn't have time to drink what I had brought, which was just water. I didn't have time to drink my water. So I was dehydrated, starving. And on top of that, the workload, I didn't have any time to use the bathroom. So I'd work between 6 and 12 hours, no bathroom break, no food, no water. I'm just dying, just fucking dying. And this is why I say dying, because by the time I just stopped showing up, this is why I stopped showing up. Like right before I stopped showing up, like the past, like the final week that I was working, I'd find myself like in the middle, like working or whatever, like scanning the packages, loading the trucks and shit. And then all of a sudden, I just like start going like this. I'd start fainting on my feet, like I was passing out on my feet. I was like, this is unhealthy. I started doing that shit. And then the first day that I decided not to show up to work, that's when I found out that I had gotten sick. Like I got really sick. Like bad headache. My skin was hot to the touch, but I had to wrap up in a blanket because I was feeling cold. I was cold as fuck, but my skin was hot. I was breaking out in like fucking heat bumps. I had like bad nosebleeds, plus my nose was running like snot and stuff too. Plus it was stopped up. I was like lightheaded as fuck, and I had a headache. My eyes were constantly watering. On top of that, the whole skin shit too, the fucking skin being hot and then feeling cold or whatever the fuck. My legs were weak, so for like I couldn't really walk that easily. I was struggling to walk. Um, I think I said the nosebleeds and shit too. I didn't have an appetite, so I wasn't eating. Um, I was having like chest pains. I think my body was hurting all over too. I was really looking and feeling like some shit. Once that happened though, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm done with FedEx. So stopped working at FedEx and I started focusing on how the fuck I could be self-employed because FedEx pretty much broke me. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not working for anybody else ever again. Fuck that. Um, fuck that. So I started focusing on how I could be self-employed, which now I am. Um, So what I did was I started focusing, and this is where this shit comes in. How I was saying, yeah, I still drink the coffee, like Dunkin' Donuts and stuff like that. Um, if you've been watching my channel for like a while, I guess, at least like months or years, you'll see a consistent thing that happens in my videos. I'll have like a little short part in my video where I'm like, "Oh yeah, Dunkin' Donuts sponsor my ass," because I'm always drinking the iced coffee and I always had it in my videos. So I'm like, now you just have me be a fucking spokesperson for your shit, you know? Since I drink so much of it and I show it so much in my videos. But I was like, I'm trying so hard to get like a sponsor from like Dunkin' Donuts because I was doing shit like I used to, and I stopped doing this. I used to like anytime I would get an iced coffee, I'd take a picture, post it on my Instagram, and I'd tag Dunkin' Donuts in it. And I was doing that shit on Snapchat. And I did that for like a good 2, 3 years. I did that from like I did it from like 2017 all the way up until I think I had stopped like late 2018. I think that's when I stopped doing it. So it was like a year or two. Like a year or two. So 2017, 2018, that's when I was doing that. Like I was posting that shit, but I was still saying it in my videos from like 2016 to 2018. I was still saying it like for 3 years, right? Well, 16, 17, 18, yeah, 2016, 2017, 2018. So for those 3 years, I was shouting out Dunkin' Donuts, nothing. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll start my own damn company. So if you look in the description, you can go to my website for my company that I started because Dunkin' Donuts is just like, yeah, okay, buddy, sponsor, yeah, okay, whatever. So fuck that. So yeah, I started my own company. Since they don't want to sponsor your boy, I have my own coffee now. You're probably wondering why you're not drinking your own coffee. I don't know. I don't know. But I can tell you this though. It tastes good as fuck. It's some good shit. Because when I was first starting on like working on the company and stuff, I ordered like samples from like my supplier. Um and I was like trying all the different like flavors of like coffee, and I'm like, yo, this fucking slaps, fucking fire, but the shit tastes good. Um, and the way I'm selling it on my website, I do it so that you can buy like a good amount of it, like a fair amount of it. Um, so that it'll last you a while. Like it'll last you for a bit, you know? So that's how I do it. And I have like different flavors and stuff. I have the like the capsules. So like if you have like a coffee maker that you can't really put like just the coffee grinds in it, but you can put like the little capsules. I have those too. We have the capsules, the coffee grinds, the whole beans. God damn, bro, what the fuck is this? But oh yeah, and I added decaf up there recently. It's called Peru decaf. So I guess it's like a Peruvian flavor. I just saw that it was like an option, and I was like, because it didn't just say like original decaf or just decaf, nothing else. All I saw was like Peru decaf. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just put this. That was like the only kind of decaf that my supplier had. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just put that up here. But yeah, if you want like decaf, like coffee grinds or like beans, you can order those now. But yeah, I have my own company now. That's something that I've been doing since I've been gone. As you guys know, I've been dropping music also. Well, I have a music channel. That's also in the description. I just dropped an album today. I think I was talking about it 2 years ago. That had an album that I was working on, and I was supposed to be dropping it. Never did. In the following year, which was like last year, I was supposed to drop it on my birthday last year. Didn't happen. So I was like, fuck it. Since it didn't happen last year, I'll do it this year on my birthday. Today's my birthday. So I dropped it today. Really busting my ass on this project. It's apparently so far, everyone who has heard it and given me feedback, they haven't been like kissing ass about it too. Like, oh yeah, good job. And they don't really like it. And then they're just trying to make me feel good. And I'll fuck that. I was playing that shit for my brother today in the car because we was just in the car driving around and shit. And he was listening to the music and he was just like grinning the whole time. This man was just this man, he was fucking enjoying that shit. He was cheesing listening to that shit. I was like, okay, well, I guess it's fucking good. And somebody I went to high school with, haven't talked to this guy in years. This guy came out of nowhere. He was like, hey, yo, I heard your album, right? I was like, okay. And then he just gave me like a paragraph of shit, multiple paragraphs of shit, just texting to me, just telling me in deep detail what he liked about the project. I'm like, what the fuck? He was like, yo, this is some of the best shit this is your best shit by far that you've put out. I say, you damn fucking right it is. I've been working on this shit since 2018. What was that? 2018, 19, 20, 21, 20. So that's 5 years I've been working on this fucking project. 5 fucking years. You damn right is my best shit. I put my heart and soul into this shit. You feel me? So I did. I dropped an album. I started a coffee company. On top of that, remind you, I'm in Texas, right? And early when I was talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, currently I'm in Killeen, Texas, right? Currently, this is what I'm doing. Not going to a different state, not a different part of Texas. I'm leaving the country. I'm moving to Vietnam this year, probably in the next few months, actually. Um, I'm just trying to get a few more things together before I leave, just to make sure, I'm straight. Because I always like to prepare before I leave. I don't just be like, fuck it, I guess I'll just go here. No, I don't do that shit. So if you ever see me like leaving and going somewhere different, just know this shit is fucking calculated. Just know that. I've been thinking on this for a while. I've been studying the country for like months. I think I started studying Vietnam early December of 2021. So this past year, 2021, I started studying Vietnam, like everything about it, like their laws, their history, the restrictions on like travel and shit right now, how they've been handling COVID, like the pandemic and shit, how they've been handling it, um, like the cost of living, like fun facts and stuff like that, the weather, the safety of it, um, like different locations, different areas and stuff. What I've been studying how people live out there, like people from other countries, like what their experience is like living out there, whether it's just them like being a foreigner in Vietnam or specifically a black person in Vietnam, like how they just treat black people over there. And it's nothing bad. They pretty much just look at black people like, oh, I've never seen you before. So Let me touch your hair. Let me take a picture with you. Let me feel your skin. Like shit like that. They're interested. They're really interested in you. Um, that's like the main shit. Um, but of course, like no country is perfect. People got shit going on everywhere. Um, but yeah, Vietnam is safe as fuck though. It's hella safe. It's safer than the US apparently. If you look at like the global peace index, if you look that shit up, which is like the safety of like 163 countries around the world, if you look at that shit, depending on where you go to look at it, the ranks are different, like for the countries and shit. Like I think on one of them that I looked at, Vietnam was ranked at 57th, and then the US was ranked at 114th. Number one being the safest, number 163 being the least safe. So 114th is where the US was as far as safety. So it's not even in the top 100 safest, not even the top 110 safest. But Vietnam though, top 60. Some of them, some lists that you look at, it'll be top 50. The US, I haven't seen it anything lower than 114. There was one list I looked at, it was like 128th on that list, and I was like, that is fucking horrible. And then I was like, why is Vietnam so much safer than the US? Mostly because like guns are illegal out there. Like citizens just can't have guns. You can't own a firearm. You can't even get a firearm out there. Um, so that kind of makes it so that like violence is rare out there. Like you rarely ever see or hear about violence in Vietnam, which is crazy when you think about it. Because the U.S., like especially in schools, and then like how our media portrays Vietnam, they they'll just paint this picture for you, like, oh yeah, Vietnam. This is all you need to think about that country. You just think war and jungles. That's all you need to know. Nope. Vietnam's Wi-Fi is way fucking better than ours. They have 5G like damn near every fucking where, right? Not only that, but I was doing research recently, like over the past like month or two. Apparently they're developing and manufacturing like 6G. I'm like, already? What the fuck? So yeah, they're working on 6G right now, which is I'm like, that doesn't even sound like a legit thing, but it's a thing apparently. Yeah, that's where I'm going though. All right, now about the channel, about the fucking channel though. All right, is my audio working by the way? Because it cut out like the stream right before this one. Is my audio good? Can you hear me clearly? I don't want to be like fucking up and I'm just talking and hurting my throat. I'm gonna just assume that it is working good because let me see. Yeah, it's showing the little bubbles under there that my audio is okay. So okay. So this let's get down to the nitty gritty litty titties that aren't shitty. Okay. So these are my plans for the channel. I have not thought this shit through, by the way. I haven't. I didn't prepare this. I didn't prepare any like key points that I want nothing. Um I don't know what the fuck I want to do with this channel. I kind of want to still upload up here. Kind of don't because I went back. I keep going back and like looking at my videos on this channel, old ones, newer ones, some like in the middle, and I'm just looking at like how I act in all my videos, which I don't really have a problem with it. It's just I'm older now. Um, I think my last time I was consistent was 2018, so I was 19 years old. Last time I actually like uploaded on the channel was 2019, so I was just turning like 20. Um, I'm 23 now as of today. Yes, on 3/23, I turned 23. That's kind of cool, but yeah, I'm 23 now, so I've kind of changed as a person. Like I'm still the same guy. I don't want to say I still act the same. I kind of do. Um, but I'm just like way like calmer now. Like I don't want to do all that screaming and shit that I was doing. Not only that, but if you follow my music channel, you can see that I changed my name from Fresh Chains to Nito Black. I kind of just want Nito Black to be like its own thing. So like Fresh Chains was pretty much like a persona kind of. I wasn't putting on like a fake persona or a fake personality just for YouTube. I wasn't doing it. That's literally how I was. I wasn't like yelling all the time, like outside of YouTube, but like I didn't have anywhere to express like my loudness and my energetic side. I didn't have anywhere to express that. So I express it all like in my videos and shit. And as I started getting older, like especially 2019, that was around the time um I think that was when I only uploaded 2, 3, maybe 4 videos, right? In 2019. Um Around that time, that's when I was like, I don't really want to yell in my videos, but I will still do it since that's like a consistent thing that I've been doing. I don't want to just like stop and then people are like, why are you acting different now? What's going on? I didn't want to just, I don't know, just randomly stop acting the way that I was like already like, you know, appearing to be. I didn't want to appear different than people. I didn't want to appear differently than what people know me to be like. I'm trying my hardest to work this shit. I'm fucking sorry, but yeah, I was more energetic when I was younger. And over time I've just gotten way calmer. I started getting like more aggressive, like especially like mid to late 2020, like after I did that last live stream, um the one that's called I'm Still Alive. After I did that live stream and was in South Carolina, the 4 months that I was walking to work, this is why I mentioned all this shit, because it actually has to do with like my YouTube channel and shit. um the whole time I was like walking back and forth to work for them 4 months, and I was at that shitty store, that shitty location that I was working in. I was in a very shitty spot. Plus, I was alone. I didn't know anybody. The whole like I spent like a year in South Carolina, right, living there. Um, and I didn't have like any like long-term friends. I don't have any long-term friends that I met in South Carolina. Um, like, to this day, I don't have any. Like, I have people that I'm, like, cool with out there, but I'm not really, like, super, like, close and cool with them, you know? So, I spent a lot of time alone. I didn't hang out with anybody. Um, I was never close to anybody. I didn't have anybody to talk to, like, outside of work, and even when I was at work, I was mostly quiet. But the whole time I was, like, walking back and forth at that shitty location, though, um I started becoming more, like, aggressive, and, like, I seemed angrier, like, I just seemed angry all the fucking time, and you can hear it in my music, like, my voice, like, the way my voice sounds, especially now, you can hear that shit. um, I don't wanna say I sound angry, but I sound, like, a little bit more. I don't wanna say intimidating because I feel like I don't know, but I sound not as friendly as I used to, you know? Um, which I'm not. I'm not as friendly as I used to be. I'm still, like, I'm not a complete asshole or no shit like that. I'm just not like all buddy buddy with everybody. I'm not trying to be cool with everybody, you know? Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. That's just how it is. If I don't like you, I'm gonna let you know. Like, "Hey, yo, I actually don't like you." Like I'll tell you to your fucking face because I don't at this point, this is how aggressive I've gotten, right? This is how much time I've been alone for, right? Because I was alone before I even went to South Carolina. Because family didn't visit or anything. If I wanted to see family, I'd have to go see them. Um, they wouldn't come see me. If I wanted to talk to them on the phone, I'd have to call them. They won't call me. To this day, it's the same way. I'd say like today, March 23rd is like an exception because some people call me on my birthday to wish me a happy birthday. That'll just send me a message or they'll post on my Facebook timeline and shit and just say happy birthday. But other than that, no one talks to me, right? So, and I've gotten used to it over time. Like, I value my solitude But on top of that, I've I spent so much time alone that I've really gotten to know myself. Really gotten to know myself. Um and yeah, I've really gotten to know myself. That's like the main thing. What is the other thing I was gonna say? Gotten to know myself, and oh yeah, I know how to make myself happy. Like I know how to be happy alone. And I feel like that's very important for everybody to do. Especially when it comes to like relationships and shit. Like if you want to get into a relationship with somebody, I feel like you shouldn't go into a relationship expecting that person to make you happy. You need to learn how to make yourself happy before you get into a relationship. Because if you're not happy by yourself and you're relying on someone else for your happiness, you're already fucking up. I just want to say that the relationship at some point is gonna fucking fail. Um, I'm just saying that, and I know that from experience. I was in a long term relationship for like a while, and I was kind of happy by myself, but it was like when I wasn't in a relationship, I'd be depressed because I felt lonely and shit, which being lonely is depressing as fuck. But I don't know. And I've seen like the darker side of it, like being alone for too long. Cause I think it was beginning of 2020. That's when I started like really being alone, right? So like January of 2020, that's when I really started being alone. And then like May, like towards the end of May, right at the end of May of last year, that's when I stopped being alone. So I was alone for like a year and a half, right? Like no friends, no family, no relationship. I really got to know myself and I really saw like the dark side of like loneliness if you let it get to you. And I let that shit get to me bad. Like that's gonna be for another time. I'll probably talk about that on my new channel that I made. Um, so yeah, that's kind of why I stopped uploading on this channel. I got to know myself more, and I just didn't feel like screaming all the damn time because I'm older now, so I've become more mature and calmer. Um, I started becoming hella aggressive, but it's like when I got to Texas, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna train my mind how to be calm in any situation, any environment. So that's what I did, and I was using FedEx as a tool for that. So I was making my money at FedEx, working there, um, busting my ass and getting sick there. But at the same time, I was like, okay, no matter how bad it gets at FedEx, I want to train my mind to be calm all the time. So no matter how much bullshit I'm dealing with, I want to be able to just like be chill. Is my audio good? Okay, yeah, it is. All right. So, well, I think it's good at least. But so I learned how to train my mind to be calm. So I'm nothing really phases me anymore. Like I still have that aggression in me if I need it, but I'm usually just calm as shit. But I'm still that funny person that I used to be when I was like consistently making videos and shit. But yeah, as far as videos on this channel, I'm not sure. I still kind of want to upload on this channel. I just know like I don't want to go by the name Fresh Chains anymore. So I might just stop uploading on this channel and just move everything to my new channel. So I have my music channel, which is Nito Black. But it's spelled like N exclamation mark D, and then it's got the O with the slash through it, right? And then it's black. But that's my music channel. You'll tell which one it is because my music channel is actually verified. It's got the little music note beside it. And you see all my music on it. So that's how you know. And then my new channel, I haven't started uploading over there yet, but I think I'm gonna do a stream over there today. I might do a stream today. That or I might upload like a clip of something today to that channel. So you I don't know where the fuck to find it and know what's gonna be on it. I kind of want to like as far as that channel though. Let me show you something else I've been doing on top of the coffee company that I started, and on top of the music that I've been doing. I'm gonna show you this thing too. All right, so I don't have a needle in it right now, but this is one of my tattoo machines that I have. Um, yeah, so I'm pretty much a tattoo artist now. That and a barber. Hold on, let me take this off. I kind of fucked up this side a little bit, but oh yeah, I cut hair now. I cut hair. I've been cutting hair since 2019 though. That's there you go. Yeah, but I cut hair though. Like I said, I kind of fucked up this side a little bit right there. Kind of. It kind of already looks fucked up because I've had this on the whole time. But that really feels good to take this off. It's a little warm in here. But but yeah, tattooing. Um, I've been cutting hair. I've been making music. I started a coffee company. Also, with me going to Vietnam, I was like, well, I need like a bigger source of income, right? Like a main source of income. So I got my certification to be an English teacher overseas. So I'm an international English teacher as well. Um, I've just been doing it's just random shit that you would not expect from me. Like you might expect the tattooing because I was doing the speed build, so that's kind of like artsy, I guess. And then like all the channel art, speed arts that I used to do. And you can tell from my thumbnails I was doing graphic art and stuff. So tattoos, you can kind of see that, like, oh, if he knows how to do this kind of art, he can probably learn how to do tattoos. But yeah, also I'm supposed to be tattooing myself today, so I might just stream that. I might stream that on the new channel if y'all want to see that. Um, yeah, but follow my Instagram though. Follow my Instagram. That's how you stay updated with all the shit that I do. Um, I'm gonna try to start streaming and posting shit on YouTube again. You know. Um, Yeah, I think I'm gonna do I might do like a Call of Duty stream today or like Borderlands 3 or I don't know. I'm gonna have to set up my Elgato and all that shit again just so I can start recording videos again because I don't even have that shit set up right now. But oh yeah, another thing I've been doing since I've been gone, as you can see, my microphone is different. I upgraded everything that I owned. I upgraded it. So both of my monitors have been upgraded. My microphone, my tripod was upgraded, except for the mic stand. You see, the mic stand is pretty much resting on this tripod because I've been using this mic stand since 2015. This shit is hella broken. Like it's flimsy as fuck. So I'm not even gonna like move it and show you because I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to have to like readjust it again. But yeah, it's fucking broken. Yeah. Um, Yeah, but with the microphone though, I had to get an audio interface for it. So two monitors, microphone, tripod, audio interface. I've gotten two new headsets now. I got a new PC. Um, I don't know if you guys remember, I built the PC back in 2016. It was like the white one that I had built. I did like a time lapse video on it. It's still on my channel too if you want to go back and watch it. But I bought like a pre-built one last year, like when I was working at FedEx. Um, that one was like it was like over 1,000 for that. I spent like over 1,200 for that shit for that one computer. But yeah, before I go to Vietnam though, I'm trying to sell damn near all the shit that I just bought. Like I'm trying to sell like my two monitors and my PC. Because I'm trying to like downsize to like a streaming slash gaming laptop so I can like travel and do shit. But I guess when I get like situated and stationary in Vietnam, I'll probably get another PC. I really want to build my next one. I really do. Because I just want it to be like overkill as fuck, but I want it to look good too. Ugh. I keep like somewhat belching. So if you see me doing this or like some shit like that, that's what it is. Somewhat belching. That's what that is. Um, Yeah, but that's like the main shit that I got going on. Yeah. Um, so yeah, album is out now. My album is out now. Go listen to that shit. It's the best music I've ever put out to date. I'm working on another album, right? Already. I already have like the next one like in the works and shit. I think I've already finished like the beat selection. I think I'm done with the beat selection for the next album. Um, and I've already started writing like a couple of the songs. So hopefully it'd be cool if I could drop that before the year is out. But if not this year, it'll probably be next year. Um, so yeah, music channel. Go subscribe to that. That's in the description. A new channel where I'll be uploading to. So I'll probably be doing vlogs, tattooing videos. I think I am gonna be doing gaming over there too. As far as the Little Big Planet videos, because those videos are the ones that perform the best on my channel. I kind of still want to do those, but I don't want to like put myself in a box, and be like, oh, this is what I'm known for. Like, I'm cool with being known for that. I've been thinking I might still do the speed builds on this channel and then just do all my other content on my other channel. But yeah, I feel like that's where I'm gonna be uploading. Cause like I said, I don't want to be known as Fresh Chains anymore. Like I don't mind if people still refer to me as that, but I don't really go by that anymore. I switched it to Nito Black. Um, The reason I kinda switched it 'cause, Fresh Chains, I came up with that name when I was, like, a kid. I just thought it sounded cool, and nobody had that name yet. Well, nobody had it, so I was like, "Fuck it." I like the way it sounds and the way it looks when it's written out, and no one has it, so that's what the fuck it is. There's no, like, meaning behind the name Fresh Chains or nothing. There's no meaning behind it. Um but I switched it from Fresh Chains to Nito Black because Fresh Chains didn't have any meaning, and I wanted something with some meaning in it. So Nito, Nido, is Odin backwards. So Odin, Odin. If you don't know who the fuck Odin is or what that means, Odin is a god in Norse mythology. Um, if you don't know what the fuck Norse mythology is, think of the game God of War, right? God of War used to take place in Greek mythology with like Zeus and Ares and Athena, um, like Hades, all that shit, right? But now like the newer God of War, I think they're coming out with another one too. But the latest God of War that came out in 2018 and the one that's coming out this year or next year, whenever the fuck they drop it, that takes place in Norse mythology. And throughout the game, you hear people talk about Odin, Odin this, Odin that, but you never see him in the game. Odin, this badass dude, like I said, Odin is a god in Norse mythology, right? He's known as the All Father, like the fucking All Father. I guess like the overseer, the fucking god of, I don't want to say the god of all gods, but he's like one of the most powerful gods, right? And that's not why I chose Nito, because like I said, Nito is just Odin backwards. The reason I chose for Nito to be just, I don't know, like part of my name to be based off of him is because Odin's story really resonated with me. I really relate to that shit. He had goals that he wanted to achieve. He had something that he was trying to achieve and get or work towards, and he made hella sacrifices to obtain that. His thing was that he wanted knowledge or wisdom or whatever the fuck, and he made hella sacrifices just so he can get wisdom. So he was like, I'll sacrifice this just so I can have more knowledge, more wisdom, right? So that's kind of what I've been doing for like my whole adulthood. I've been sacrificing everything, like from North Carolina to South Carolina. I sacrificed seeing my family. I sacrificed my job. I sacrificed my apartment. I pretty much sacrificed like my comfort zone. I sacrificed being comfortable for the sake of just like freedom and doing shit that I wanted to do. Like I wanted a better life. I sacrificed all that in hopes for a better life. And I've been building that. I've been ever since I left where I'm from, I've been building a better life. So yeah, that's kind of what Nito comes from. Yeah. So Odin, he pretty much sacrificed shit for his own reasons. Well, he made sacrifices so he could obtain something, and I've been making sacrifices so that I could obtain something. He wanted wisdom or knowledge. I wanted a better lifestyle. That's what the fuck I wanted. Um, I didn't sacrifice like the way that he did though, because he did like physical shit to himself. Like this man scooped his own eyeball out with a spoon. He fucking hung himself from a tree and put a spear in his heart and hung there for 9 days and 9 nights and starved himself of food and water just for wisdom. He died and got resurrected for fucking wisdom. I'm like, okay, buddy. Wisdom, and he got like power from it too. So it made him stronger, which is something else that I kind of related to. Out of all the shit that I've sacrificed, I got stronger along the way, and I was getting what I wanted, which was a better lifestyle. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what I relate to as far as Odin. So that's where Nito comes from. And then the black part, um, one, I wear a lot of black, and then two, I'm black. So it's like a black Odin, or like, yeah, so black Odin. That's pretty much what it is. Not only that, but in Mortal Kombat, if you know me well, you know that I really fuck with Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat has something to do with this as well, which is like where the black comes from. There's a character in Mortal Kombat X named Aaron Black. I just like the way his name sounds, so I wanted some shit that sounded badass like that. So Nito Black. And some people probably think, oh, like Kodak Black? Fuck that. No, no. I only like a couple songs by him. I really don't fuck with Kodak Black like that. But yeah, so like Aaron Black and then Odin. Yeah, that's kind of you feel me. Okay, so all right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end my stream. I think people are hitting me up. Hell yeah, people are hitting me up. All right. And I think I kind of want to do something else today because I've kind of been in the house. I've been in the house most of the day anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go somewhere. I kind of want to just like go somewhere. Yeah. I kind of wanted to go to like a buffet or some shit today, like for my birthday. I think I'm gonna just order food instead. And just have it here. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Yeah, but appreciate all of you people just coming to the stream. I appreciate that shit. It kind of sucks that whenever I stream it's like zero viewers, but I guess it's because I've just not been consistent and nobody's really looking forward to like my streams. Like, oh man, he's live. Oh my god, I got to watch. Like, I feel like that's what the fuck it is. So yeah, thank y'all for sliding through and watching at least, even though you didn't like comment, but yeah, thanks. Anyways, check the description. Check out the shit that I got down there. Coffee company, my merch, Instagram, Twitter, fucking my new channels, my new channel that I have, where I'm most likely going to be uploading over there. Like I said, vlogs, tattooing videos, probably some more gaming videos. Um, I might do like a couple reactions, like the anime reactions that I was doing. I might do those over there. Um, Yeah, what else? Streams. I'll probably stream over there today, possibly. If I feel like it. I don't know. Oh yeah, my music channel. Check that shit out. Check out the album. I worked hella hard on it. It's some of the best music I've put out ever. Well, so far, I guess, because I'm gonna be putting out more music later on, obviously. But yeah, thank y'all for sliding through, and I'll see y'all whenever the fuck I feel like it. Yeah, okay.